Bismillah. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my channel. And right now I want to make a tutorial about how to make a portfolio website again. But now we are using Tailwind CSS, which is it's more complicated, but it can be useful and easy to develop in the next time we want to change something a little bit. So the first step you want to do is make a folder. I prefer make the folder in the desktop so we can find it whenever we want. So click here new folder and just put portfolio dash tailwind dash css like this. You can open it, the folder, and just open the code here. If you already download git bash, you can click here, but if you didn't download git bash, you can open it on terminal, or you can directly open in your Visual Studio Code, that's what we want to do right now. If you have the git bash in here, you just type code and dot like this, space dot, and it will automatically open the Visual Studio Code. You can close this one. Okay. Next, you wanna do is create a new file and save it with file name. It's index.html. Just like this, you already have index HTML. Okay. So now I want to introduce you three extension that we need to download before we start to continue this tutorial. The first one is probably you ever heard. It's live server, the first one. The second one is live preview, this one. And the third one is the Tailwind CSS, this one. Tailwind CSS interlicense. So this is what makes the Tailwind useful, and we can use it by this extension. Okay. And right now we want to make a basic HTML, which is just press Shift 1. It will make this quotation mark. And we want to download, we want to put the Tailwind CSS in directly in the Visual Studio Code, which is you can check in your terminal. If you have Git like this, you can check like first one is node -v, like this one. If it shows the version, then you already have the node. The second one is npm -v, just like this. Once again, if it shows the version, by that mean you already have the npm and the node. This is very important. You must have the npm first before we initiate And if the node and the npm didn't show, you can download it on Google, which is in this website, nodejs.orange. uh I prefer download the node.js because it's already a package with npm. Basically, we didn't use the node.js, but we use the npm. So if the npm didn't show, you can download this current and latest feature. So we can continue the uh, tutorial. Okay. Next up, open the Visual Studio Code and open terminal inside here, inside the file, which is just press Ctrl and backtick, just like this. It will open the terminal. If you didn't know what backtick is, you can easily find the terminal here and a new terminal like this. And the first one you wanna do is check initial the npm, which is npm init -y, just like this. And this is already initial. Okay, we might want to clear this first and open the Tailwind website. We want to install the Tailwind by using this terminal. So we can just copy here, copy this one, npm install -d Tailwind. You can type it if you want, but I prefer copying it to save a lot of time, just like this. And it'll create a package JSON like this. Okay, and if you seeing like this, it's still progress downloading, so you can just wait it until it is done, and after that we can continue. It's still downloading. Okay, after it's done, and the second one, you can copy here npx tailwind init, can copy and paste here, and it'll create this file, and you can open it like this one. Okay, and the next, you can change the content in here, which is by looking at the instruction. Add the path to all of your templates file on your tailwind config.js file, which is we only have one file, so we put in here by typing this and index.html. Okay, now we save it, and the next step is actually we have to make a file which is src/input.css. You can make a file here again with file name is src, just like this, and inside the file you can make a folder which is name it by input.css, like this one. And if you already done making the folder, you can copy here the three line code you can pass here. You can make a different name of the file if you want to, but this is only the tutorial, so I'm using step by step how to installation first, so we can copy the next uh, step, which is npx tailwind in here, and open, and you can put it in the terminal. Okay, you might want to careful in here because you have to see if it's really right, the folder if you already have, which is I have. This is the crc input css, which is I just make it crc input css, and you can press enter in here, and then it's done. Don't worry about the output, which is if you didn't have the output in your file or folder, it'll automatically make your output css. Okay, this watch here, npx tailwind, this line of code, it's have to open, it have to watching while we writing the code, so the code will work with the tailwind css. So you can close it, but I prefer to just make it small like this, so I can see that the code isn't wrong. If it's showing done like this, you can press Ctrl S like this and see it changes, so it basically working. So below the document here, below the title in the head section, uh, we can call the css file, which is make it plain like this, and in the href we can call the output css, this one. So you can type this and output css. Okay, first one I want to um, erase this one, so we can see the differences. I wanna type h1 hello or like this, and after we put this, we basically already have the basic of the tailwind that we gonna make it for later. So that's for the part one, and I'm gonna show you the next step in a second.